to help you do some yoga today. With all this coronavirus stuff going on, I'm gonna give you about 15 minutes to kind of refresh and kind of let go of any worries or doubts or insecurities, uncertainties, and we'll get into our body, into our breath. So we will start with the knees spread wide, toes together, and then just begin to walk your hands forward, coming into your child's pose, Balasana. And the head can either come to a block or all the way down to the earth, depending on your flexibility. And then just begin to breathe here, connecting to your breath. Connecting to the sensations that are occurring here. The knees are melting down and away from center line. Your heart is melting down towards the earth. And just begin to take these next few moments to really connect. Can you feel the breath rise and fall within you? Can you feel the space you're creating in the hips right here? Can you feel the space element around you? It's everything that is vast and boundless. It's both isolated but connected. Which is kind of how we are today with this coronavirus. We might be isolated in our homes, but that doesn't mean we're not divinely connected to one another, as well as virtually connected to one another. So can you just begin to feel that space element? Maybe you tune into the sound, the sense of sound and the space element are linked together in Ayurveda. It's a space that allows sound to travel to your ears. Maybe you begin to notice the sound around you, the sound of the background music, my voice, the sound of your breath as you inhale and exhale, the sound of maybe some chitter chatter from your roommates or the people next door, cars going by, noticing. As you begin to connect to the space element around you, can you connect to the space element within you? That sacred pause at the top of the breath. Can you feel that hold? As well as the sacred pause at the end of your breath as you release all the air out of you and you have that sacred space. And as you continue to breathe, can you begin to elongate the spaces between the breath? Inhaling deeply, holding at the top, feeling that space between the breath, and then exhaling, releasing out. A few more times like that, just connecting to the space within the breath. And as you begin to elongate the spaces between the breath, can you feel the spaces between your thoughts begin to lengthen? Of course, these thoughts, they pop up, but can you begin to create more space between each and every thought that pops up? Here in this space, can you begin to find the space in your heart to invite an intention in? A word or a phrase you'd like to embody or invite in, whatever that may be. Take a couple moments here to really think about it. Now that you have that intention close in your heart, can you breathe it in, feel it fill you? And then as you exhale, can you release anything that does not serve that intention, that no longer serves you, period. Let it go. Take one more deep inhale, feel this intention, fill the heart. And then as you exhale, begin to release. Slowly begin to walk your hands back, coming into your tabletop, finding a couple of cat-cows here. Your shoulders are stacked over the wrists, the hips are over the knees. Can you drop the belly, open the heart, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhale, press the earth away, finding space between the vertebrae here, really rounding the spine. Inhale, you rock forward, you open the heart, you lift the gaze. Exhale, you round. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, release. One more, rock forward, open the heart. Exhale, round the spine so much drop the head, drop the tailbone, find space between each and every vertebra, press into the shins, and lift the knees just a little bit off the earth for just a moment. And then drop it down, come back to neutral, tuck your toes, and press up to your downward facing dog. Sending the hips up and back. All 10 fingers pressing into the earth, feeling the L of the hand, the index and the thumb, really pressing into the earth. Your index fingers are parallel to one another. You just begin to bend into one knee and then the other, just walking your dog here. And then we'll begin to find a little bit of a flow. Can you begin to send the hips up? And then as you exhale, round the spine like an angry cat coming into your plank pose, stacking your shoulders over your wrist, pressing back through your heels. Head comes last. Inhale, bend the knees, shift the hips back, then up, downward facing. 2 more like that. Round forward. Exhale, send it back. Or inhale, send it back. 1 more, exhale, round forward. Inhale, send it back. Beautiful. From here, we'll begin to round forward into your plank. Stacking your shoulders over your wrists, pressing the heels towards the back end of the room. Lifting from the inner thighs. Lifting the area between the shoulder blades up towards the sky, gazing at the front edge of your mat. Breathe here. Begin to shift the shoulders forward. Maybe the knees come down as you begin to bend at the elbows. Halfway down. Untucking your toes, pressing into the hands, you straighten the arms. Lifting the knees and the hips. Rolling over your toes, pressing the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Breathe here, breathe deep. And then slowly begin to walk your hands to your feet, or your feet to your hands, as you find a fold at the top end of your mat. Here in this fold, your feet are hips distance. You can begin to shift the weight forward and back, just kind of breathing here, feeling the backs of the legs. Allow your head to shake down, say yes and no with the head. And then we'll find a couple halfway lifts here. So as you inhale, your hands will come to your shins. You'll roll the shoulders back as if you're in cow pose. You're sending the hips a little bit back. You're pressing your feet down and out, activating those outer glutes. Take another inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release. 1 more, lift halfway. Your hands will come to your shins, rolling the shoulders back. Exhale, release. Inhale, windmill the arms up towards the sky, reaching the fingers, pressing into all 4 corners of your feet. Exhale, hands come to your heart center. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank. You can add a vinyasa here by shifting forward, bending at the elbows halfway. Flipping over the toes, straightening the arms. Knees are lifted, hips are lifted. And then downward facing dog as you flip over the toes. Send the hips up and back. Breathe deep. We'll do 1 more of those sun A's here. So as you inhale, send the hips up and back. Prepare. Exhale, bend the knees. Hop or step to the top of the mat. Fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach riser. Sweep up overhead. Your hands will touch. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, root up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank. Add a vinyasa here by shifting the shoulders forward, bending at the elbows halfway, flipping over the toes, straightening the arms, up dog, and then down dog. So you send the hips up and back. Breathe deep. Inhale, lift that right leg up towards the sky. Plant the foot between the hands. Inhale up to a low lunge. Your back knee comes down to the earth. The arms swing up towards the sky. Breathe here. Sinking the hips a little bit. Front knee stacked over that front ankle. As you inhale, reach the fingers up. As you exhale, twist open to the right as the right hand sweeps back behind you. Left arm reaches forward. Inhale up. Exhale, open twist. Inhale forward. Exhale, open. Last time, inhale, sweep up. And then exhale, straighten the front leg, bending into that, or unbending that front knee, coming into your half splits here, pressing the toes towards the face. Breathing. Begin to relax into this pose, finding some connection to the backs of the legs here. Maybe you even windshield wiper the toes side to side, just kind of noticing the different fibers of the backs of the legs here as you just find this micro movement, this micro shift. Slowly begin to walk yourself forward, framing the front foot, tucking the back toes, pressing back into your downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg this time. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, plant the foot between the hands. Inhale up to your low lunge, back knee comes down, untuck the back toes, arms reach up. Front knee on top of front ankle, arms are reaching up, finding space in the side body. And then as you exhale, you'll twist open to the left. Left hand reaches back behind you. Inhale, root up. Exhale, open twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. One more time, reach up. Exhale. Straighten the front leg, find your half splits here, flexing the toes towards your face. Back hip is over that back knee. Both your hips are over the back knee. And breathe here. Begin to soften into this pose. Maybe finding that little micro movements as you shift the toes left and right. And then slowly begin to make yourself walk forward, framing the front foot, tucking the back toes, pressing into your downward facing dog. Breathe in. We'll do that with movement. We'll do that a little quicker. After we come through Asana here, bending at the knees, shifting forward as you jump or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hold. Inhale, retract, arms will sweep up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back or jump back. Begin to shift the shoulders forward, bending at the elbows, untucking the toes, straightening the arms, upward facing, downward facing as you send the hips up and back. Inhale, reach the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, plant the foot. Inhale, low lunge, arms reach up. Exhale, open twist to the right. Right hand sweeps back behind you. Inhale, reach up through center. Exhale, straighten the front leg, half split. Breathe here. And then come back forward, bending that front knee, pressing back to your downward facing dog by tucking the back toes, pressing the hips up and back. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, plant the foot. Inhale, up to your crescent, or low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, open twist to the left. Left hands reach back behind you. Inhale through center. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Take a moment here. Slowly begin to walk yourself forward, tucking your back toes, pressing into your downward facing dog. From here, bring the feet down. We'll come back into that child's pose, bringing the knees out to either side. Walking the hands out in front, sinking the hips low, surrendering the head down to the earth. Finishing in this pose, just taking a moment here in this child's pose to rock the forehead side to side. Recatch your breath. Feel the sensation begin to rise. And here with that third eye space, pressing into the earth, can you begin to activate that area of intuition, innate wisdom? That area that activates the ability to see the world as it truly is. Remembering that this world is filled with love and that fear is simply an illusion. So look past the fear and find the love. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale it out. Slowly begin to make your way out of child's pose. Hands can come to your heart. Take a deep breath in. And we'll share a deep breath out. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.